just seen the blow off of the Royal Lions game. Royal Lions are taking on the EastEnders. It's the EastEnders kicking from right to left, and from left to right is the Lions FC. Charles. Here is the EastEnders. Looking like a oil machine. Webster been called there, a guilty party. Doc, I have a question for you. When did this happen? Agent Charles?
Oh yeah, he made his debut last week. He scored his debut last week as well.
Oh.
I think he scored, yeah. He is fast and he is troublesome.
Very fast. That's what I know. Ball coming in. This could be all the trouble. And it's goal number 1. In the second minute of play, the Royal Lions are taking the lead.
It's taking no time at all.
In the second minute of play, it's 1-0.
I don't even have my phone.
1-0.
The Lions are in charge.
Lions? 1-0. Royal Lions. Go ahead, Doc.
They have started like a house on fire. And once again, the EastEnders are behind, but this time they're behind early. As the Roaring Lions, they want to put points on the board. And they want to put goals on the board. They see this matchup as a matchup to gain some footing. Williams. So I'm into the air and collected this time by Lawrence. Bounce the long boot. In search of Tejano out there. Intercepted and we picked up now Jermaine. It's a tussle, it's a good bit of work, great turn. He's going to find Jermaine Anderson. Nothing to Jermaine. Jermaine progressing it forward, but it's ahead of Sylvanus. Now Amani. He's looking for Ajani, who didn't keep it in play. Anderson with the throw. Jackson. Cleared away by Antoine. It's taken up well, but Antoine shows some good recovery pace. Beautiful turn. Jackson in behind. Desperation challenge, and the shot at goal by Sylvanus is straight at Lawrence. Lions have started well. Here comes Tijan. This pass is cut out, however. Up go the Lions yet again. They are zooming. You can tell they want early goals. The flick is there. The flick hasn't played. It's cut like beautifully to find the pass. Sylvanus hits it. Again, it's straight at Lawrence. It's the chagrin this time of Oliver Walker.
So Jamaica, their request for World Cup finals. Twin is all over. Doc, how do you feel about that?
I blame Steve McLaren, and I will always blame Steve McLaren, especially because he quit on the team when he did. If you're gonna see the team to that point of almost the brink of failure, at least drive the car over the cliff. You don't drive the car to the cliff's edge, then jump out for everybody else to die. That's why I lost respect for him. Because if you're gonna be a failure, at least go down with the shit.
Indeed.
Go down with the
Indeed.
shit. But you can't leave halfway through. You've already failed the qualification process. You have failed. The failure is on you. As the boss of the team, it is on him. And to bail on that team in a press conference after a game that you know you had to win. It was a game, you knew you had to win that game. But all that says to me is that you went into that game thinking about leaving anyway. Because if you can quit on the team after their most heartbreaking loss, you never cared about that game to begin with.
You never cared about the team.
Yeah, never did. Couldn't have.
Doc, a big piece of the EastEnders back line is missing.
Delaney.
Delaney is not there.
There's no Delaney here.
Delaney is not there.
Well, Antoine will have to hold the fort and hold it strong. Because his partner in crime is not there. Malachi. Screechy. Forward.
Oh, that's a foul. That's an elbow.
It looked that way. Referee doesn't give it.
Jackson. Screechy Walker. Oh. Ball goes. And the man coming in there was Jermaine Hughes, just going to get ahead to it.
Who's that youngster there for the legs? Number 35. Yes, right there.
Number 35. That's Adrian.
That's Adrian, right?
That's Adrian Charles.
Because I'm looking for him here. He's not here. But there are few things in this lineup that don't quite match what's on the field right now. Because I'm also seeing Marvin listed to be starting here, who is not on the park, I believe.
Has Marvin recovered from his injury?
That's the thing, I don't know. I'm not sure if he has. Big kick. Excellent early ball over the top, trying to send Tejano running. And yeah. I was wondering, is that the man Javon Richards playing in the midfield?
He is.
Interesting. I know he was back last game, but in the center of the park is very interesting to me.
They're missing a few pieces, you know.
Indeed,
the Rogers brothers.
Brothers? There's only one brother.
There's only, yeah.
There's only one brother. The other two have gone. Yeah.
Oh, that's a wonderful ball. That's a wonderful ball. Oh no. Made a hash of it.
Absolute mess. I'm trying to remember the midfield orientation of the EastEnders previously, because I know St. John doesn't start for them. I'm wondering, because I know it's usually Amani and Thierry in the pivot. Cadence was missing. That's who it is. I don't advise that touch by the big man Roberts, the volley at goal, trying to lob Lawrence. He's going to control it. That's cigarette smoke there.
Sylvanus Arjona.
I do, right? I didn't see it.
Sylvanus Arjona.
No, the first minute.
Second minute of play. Second minute.
Ball forward for Jamoy. They call him Speedy. Speedy tucks inside. He finds the big man Mark, the former Roaring Lion. Richards' pass is cut out. Sylvanus tried to turn, but Antoine stepped in the way. Antoine trying to be adventurous. Does well to evade the tackle of Screechy. And Thierry shifts the side for Tijano. Tijano onto his stronger left foot. Mark took a touch. We didn't need it.
Awful touch.
Jackson moving a man out of the way. They're both young, you know, but Jackson's so big. Not wanting to touch. I am looking at the current alignment for the Roaring Lions, and Screechy is playing in central midfield.
Yeah, he is. Is it that they have a front four? They're playing with a front four?
Sylvanus is playing in the number 10 position, but what we see from that, he's basically a second striker. So they're almost playing a 4-2-4. But it's supposed to be in principle a 4-3-3. Exit work by Jamoy. He take it off of Malachi's boot. Jamoy with a cutback, but it can't find Tijano. It's up for a corner. Corner. They will need these set pieces to be on point, and that one was not. Thierry holds his hand up in apology. Hughes shifts it wider. Pockets. Searching. But Antoine is going to use his head to get in the way of that one. Mark. Good hold up play by Mark. Needs to release it. Needed the release. Didn't find the release. And he's left his coach rather unhappy. Good move. Takes it round a couple, Sylvanus. And the initial foul will be called now, as there was no advantage to be played.
Is Christian still injured?
I believe so. I believe so. But I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. I know he had been trying to play through that niggle for a while. So he'd been back and forth, pushing himself back too early, trying to play.
The Lions has pushed numbers up.
On mid-drift away. Took it down with his thighs. Screechy with a good touch.
Oh, good turn.
A clever turn there by Adrian. Screechy. Beautiful vision. Renel. Space. Time. Cuts back up to his right foot. But the shot was never going to trouble the goal of Jelani Lawrence. field. Malachi will pick it up. Hughes. Renel. On the lapping run made by Silvanos, he's gone down. Referee says play on. Dropped off inside quickly for Tijano. Great turn, even better switch of play. Ajani. Richards. Excellent reverse pass as well. That one's read by Malachi, taking it out of the path of Tijano Lawrence. And you know, just like that, the name has come back to me, you know, Millie. Kiznik. Remember Kiznik when Kiznik played for the Shining Stars? That's the strike I was talking about. Tried about 5 chances in the goal mouth. Couldn't put one in.
It looks very much dark that someone is missing from the starting lineup that I just can't.
Which team? Because they're both missing a few. So
I'm talking about the EastEnders.
Caden. And you won't think about it, right? Because
what is a struggle?
Silvanos is in behind. Antoine's fast. Antoine is fast.
Oh, what a touch!
Antoine
had to be decisive, and it was indeed a decisive touch there from Antoine Fleming. Puts it out for a corner.
A kid being missing is throwing off the balance of the entire team, you know, because Amani and Thierry has been the pivot for the EastEnders all season. But with Caden being out, Thierry has pushed higher, playing as a mobile number 10, while Richards has gone into the center of the park, and you can see the midfield just opened up a little bit more for the EastEnders.
And one of the person who have started in recent times as well is Kiananje Alexander, the Manju. Yes.
So nodded forward.
Heading in the wrong direction there, by Roberts.
Antoine had to win it. The flag does not go up, and the touch will go back toward goal. Lawrence had to claw it away.
Tell him I don't need to breathe. Tell him I don't need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe, man.
Shot at goal, up and over. I do believe that that's not allowed, you know. Security should be dealing with that. But they've allowed it to linger for a long time around the park.
Just like that, Doc, 20 minutes has come and gone.
Only?
Yes.
It's about ready to go home. So these long nights in the middle of the week, it's not enough. It's not. I'm tired. I have an early morning. Tomorrow's sports day. I have to be out of the house and on the park by 8 o'clock.
Now you have a home for a long time. My morning starts at 3:30. My day starts at 3:30.
You've done well. I aspire that I am never at a point in my life where I have to wake up at 3:30 for anything. Jackson. Renel gets round the outside, teases one into the air, but it's along the ground, and Antoine can come away with it. Touch is loose by Jamoy, taken off his boot by Anderson, who's being adventurous, you know. Anderson puts a deep ball in. Renel chops it back. Screechy in space. Has a drive, you know, Screechy. Lawrence saw it very late.
As well.
Just able to claw it out yet again. Mark, it's a good hold-up play. Find the pass, yes. Excellent hold-up play. Tijano. Ajani. The turn by Adrian. It's unable to get through. Out for a throw. Cleared away. Malachi to Yariel. Pockets. Sylvanus. Can't get around. Can't get through. Sylvanus again. Speculative at best and a waste, if you're being realistic. So since that early goal, the Easterners have settled down into this game, grown more and more into it, while the Lions have slowly just started to take their foot off the gas and shift into cruise. Long kick. Malachi wins it, and Jermaine steps in. Screechy rush that one. Jermaine cleans it up. Adrian, and Jermaine's pass was loose. Beautiful turn. T-Ray beats two. Needs to release it. Don't know what pass he's looking for. I'm not sure what pass he was looking for. You have to recognize your players, and that's going to be a yellow card, I believe, when this play is dead.
That's offside.
Offside.
That's offside. That's offside.
The referee's not seen the flag yet, you know. The referee has still not even looked at his AR, you know.
One of my
and I remember I told you the yellow card's coming now for T-Ray.
One of my concerns, Doc, has always been the moment the ball gets into that attacking third,
Check.
you have to glance.
Check.
You have to glance.
It takes nothing away from your line of sight to take a glance over your right shoulder to see where your AR is.
What is important? What is important is positioning. What is important is positioning.
So you can look
glance,
up and
you can
see
glance. So Charles goes down. Stays down. That hit came from the man, Thierry Coffey. He goes into the referee's book very early in this game, in the 24th minute of play. Thierry Coffey gets a yellow.
to minute number 26. The Lions, after that early goal, they've had shots, but have not really tested Jelani Lawrence. There was an effort from Screechy that Lawrence had to get down to late, but it shouldn't have beaten him, truth be told. While we've not quite seen all they put into action yet, but they've opened gaps, they've exploited areas, the Easterners, especially out wide. We've seen Tijano at times, and more so Jamoy has gotten behind. They just need to find that final bit of delivery now to put it into that dangerous area and give Ollie some work to do.
It really hasn't been tested just yet. Doc, in anticipation of Sports Day tomorrow, high expectation.
I will refrain from making any comments. Outside of that, I want some good races. I want competitive races. I want them close. My expectation is that there are going to be a few schools that'll be vying for the trophy.
All are vying for the trophy, Doc. That's why they're in.
All may want the trophy, but how many are realistically competing for the trophy? Because we already have some point standings, and I think already we can start to tell the sheep from the goats.
Well, I think so.
No good.
Came in too early.
It's not just that. Mark got his technique completely wrong on that pass. He got no curl.
Not just that, Doc. He spotted the player, but he came in very fast too early.
Because he wanted that ball over the centre back's head, not the full back's head. He wanted to go centrally. And this time, Savannah Jackson is going centrally. That effort, however, is lackadaisical. Jackson can't quite believe he scuffed that one. Screechy playing in that CDM position. He is gonna soon be telling one of those guys, hey, if y'all don't find the target soon, I'm going on top. Second ball won by T-Ray, third ball won by Malachi, and I think you call that a bit of revenge for his challenge on Adrian. You know, we call those receipts. You purchase a foul, we'll give you a receipt.
You know, I like the game that we play. No contact. You can't tackle. You can't throw tackles. I'll stay with that one, Doc.
The tackling part is the best part of this game. It's the part that makes you feel alive. T-Rex.
Too much.
I'm not sure if he feels he can beat 4 players. Actually, I do. He thinks he can beat all 4 of them on his own. But
T-Ray think he could beat the level. I don't know why you're talking.
It's misguided. At some point, you have to realize that football is 11 to 11 for a reason. If it was capable of being 1 beating 11, Barca would have saved a lot of money and just given Messi his whole team for himself. There would have been no need to pay Piqué, no need to pay Busquets, you don't pay Xavi, Iniesta. Don't even pay Ter Stegen that big contract. You just let Messi go ahead. Adrian. Round the outside, Adrian. We can't stay on his feet.
I think what his first touch is what
Screechy wants the corner.
Couldn't control the ball. His first touch, it bubbled, and just couldn't control it after that.
About a half hour here. Early goal, nothing more so far. Hughes. Jackson. Looking for Renel. Excellent touch by Renel. A good recovery tackle. Roberts, the big man out there. Renel does well. And eventually
what a
just
tackle.
taking off his boot.
What a tackle.
Spanking challenge there out for a corner. Looked like Proctor came in late. Had to get it right and did get it right. Driven in. Dangerously took a bounce and it hit the crossbar. It came off the foot of someone. I think it may have been either Hughes or Sylvanus. They are coming in at the near post. It hit their foot and bounced up onto the crossbar.
And Lawrence.
He was left for dead.
Well, not just left for dead. His defenders knew how he felt.
It's, like I said, rule number one of goalkeeping. You always have to let your defenders know when they're doing foolishness. It's just ingrained in every keeper's nature, you know. They have to be crazy and they have to cuss. Forward. Jackson's in behind here. And
That's
Jackson's
overhit.
ball is overhit.
That's overhit.
Ranel shifts. Pockets fakes. Pockets loses out. Easterners can counter. Mark. They hold up play,
what
but
is
again,
that?
he's
What
not-
is that?
His technique on those passes is incorrect. He's not getting the bend on it because he's hitting it with the wrong part of his foot. He's catching that ball too square. He's not curling it. It happened on the first one with his right foot and now again with his left foot. There's no curl. You have to appreciate the pass. Talk about pass appreciation. That's what it means. The technique you use.
Doc, I think I may have to go back inside, you know.
No, I think we want to call security. That's the thing we have to do. But I know what the sign says, and the sign is is visually there for everyone to see. So I'm not sure why security is just standing there.
Christian. And
Corner still yet to be taken. The thing is, if it wasn't so bad for me visually in there, I would go back, you know. But I just can't see the net. Cross in, but it's not the best delivery. And the tackle goes out for EastEnders throw. Jackson went with full power. Excellent bit of work there by Jamoy. Adrian takes it off his boot. Antoine has done well. Good work there by Zio. It's an excellent turn as well by Jackson. Shifting it. The ball in by Adrian is just over the head of an oncoming Renel.
do you see how deep Lawrence has to go to get that ball?
Everyone has to go back into the defensive duty. Lodge is helping out. The counter is on. It's in. Jackson can't direct it goalward. And the shot eventually was blocked away, but it looked like Richards. Jamoy.
That was too easy. That was simply too easy, Doc.
I can't say anything because all EastEnders have at the moment. So I'll refrain it for a bit later. Here is Zio. That's Tewin Anderson. Adrian Charles puts this one inside Walker. And the shot by Silvanus, not too far away. Tried to bend it back toward that far bottom corner. It didn't quite curl enough. Forward. Hughes goes wider. The pass cut out for the moment. Just as
that looked like the man St. John who was walking into the park, Doc.
He'll help a lot. He will plug a hole. So I have a broader point I want to come to. And it's around a guy who's had an up and down half. That's Mark Anthony Edwards. And it's due to the fact that his style of play is not conducive to what the Easterners are trying to do in this game. I've seen on two occasions, first with Thierry and then with Amani in the midfield area, they took an extra touch on the ball because they were looking for that run to be made over the top by that central striker. But because of Mark's play style, because of the striker he is, being a big forward target man, he's not going to make those runs. So we've seen on two occasions where both Thierry and then Amani have been caught on the ball in the midfield because they don't have the forward run being made.
And that's a lovely pass by Mark Anthony Edwards.
Exactly, a great pass to his former teammate. Jackson gets it back from Azio. Swings this one in along the ground, Jackson. And pockets over in the header. Screechy misses his header. Amadi has it bounce over him. Renel. It's been a thorn all game. And Renel has it taken off his boot just at the final moment. Zio rushed his shot. Antoine finds Jamoy. And Jamoy finds the sidelines. Into minute number 40. That one cut out. I make that point about Mark because with St. Jean coming into the park, it would free up a player like Richards, whose greatest asset is their legs, the ability to run. And give him the freedom to get further forward, as it's Jackson for the cut that goes straight to Lawrence. Because we saw in the Easterners' last game, it was Richards' good work on that wing that allowed him to come back to get that late equalizer. And all like that, those long kicks are never going to be a threat because of who the forward is. Again, this is not a criticism of Mark Anthony Edwards, the player. It's the play style given what the Easterners want to accomplish today. Sometimes it's just not going to work. Sometimes you have to tell a player, it just can't play today. But unfortunately for the EastEnders, that's all they had. They had 11 and they played 11.
Well, there's someone else on the bench. Not sure who that is.
I think it's a youngster. Jackson in a phone booth finds space and almost walked himself out of bounds. Adrian, the touch completely befuddles Richards, and that ball was almost perfect. It forced Lawrence into action. Teach, you know? Fouling. Frustration foul. No, I smell it too.
Yeah, lady, drop this small, drop there.
And through comes Adrian Childs. Almost.
Almost.
The moment may come for him. It may come again, or it may not. He will regret that one. Because after the first 2 minutes, you've been saying, boy, the Senators are in for a long night. Since that first blip, because you can call it a blip because of how the goals scored.
Indeed.
They have been rather well organized, the Easterners, as they tend to be. They're a much more improved side this season, and they've added to their ability to keep clean sheets and added now the goal scoring element.
Yes.
You can see that was all they were missing last season, because for the majority of last year, I think it was up until the final 3 weeks, they had the third best defense in the entire league, just behind the two top teams, the Ducks and the Lions. So they have proven that they can play at this level, they can defend at this level. They're now showing that they can score goals at this level.
They would have lost the less games at one point, but had the less points.
Indeed, because they just kept drawing because they couldn't score. They kept everyone else from scoring, they couldn't score. Pass cut out. And a foul.
So the 44th minute of play, Doc. It's 1-0, and EastEnders can feel very much pleased with their efforts here so far.
They can really go and say, hey, on the grand scheme of things, this game is dead even, It is dead even. And if we come out in the second half and play with the same intensity, a goal can come for us. Foul.
Ball goes.
And the ball went out of play.
Ball goes.
It went out. Forward. Mark. Cut out again by Zio. Hughes. Adrian. Looking for Jackson. Easy enough for Lawrence. Amani. Can't find Mark. Lions up one more before the half, as we will have 2 minutes added to proceedings here in this opening 45. Jamoy can't keep it in play. Malachi. Lovely turn by Adrian. Oh, brilliant turn. Silvanus. Adrian is offside.
Much time added?
2. 2 minutes added on by referee Hawley. Long searching kick. Mark. Jamoy. Yariel shows a turn of pace.
Tell you, in his day, on the track, around the block, he was something to behold. He was fast and he was distance.
Don't tell me about Yariel. I can tell you that. Yariel had his breakthrough season in this league. And that was his teammate.
And I'll tell you something else, Doc. He still holds that road race record.
Yep.
He basically sprint 2 laps. You couldn't catch him. Oh,
It's a good move by Jamoy. Dealt with by Yariel. And that is the halftime whistle.
so that's the end of the half here at the RGTC. With the Rowan Lions are taking a 2nd-minute lead, and they have held on to that. The EastEnders will have work to do in the second half, while the Rowan Lions will be looking to stretch their lead further. Well, until we rejoin you in just about 13 minutes or so, we take you back to Master Control. Good night and welcome back to the REGTC back here. We've just seen the first whistle for the second half. It's the Royal Lions who leads 1-0. Goal coming in the second minute of play. Here is Hughes looking for, finds Jackson, looking back for Hughes, loses out. So we have not had any substitution. Either team. Pockets. Screeching. Looks for, finds Adrian. Charles finds Sylvanus. This is going to run long for goal kick to EastEnders. 1-0. 1-0. Royal Lions lead. Man Lawrence. That had to be longer than 8 seconds. Had to be longer than 8 seconds. True taken. Screeching. In the defensive role, it's Sylvanus. Back to Jackson. Again, trying to find the return pass and unable so to do. Fleming finds Renel Martin. Martin looking for, this can be an, what an opportunity. Going a begging Sylvanus on the 18 shot goes wide, but what an opportunity. Offside, in fact a corner to the Royal Lions, and what an opportunity going to beg in there for Royal Lions. Sylvanus James. You don't want an easy opportunity. It's going to be a corner. Sylvanus looking short. Sylvanus with the cross, cleared by Webster. Only as far as the 18-yard, top of the 18, cleared by EastEnders. Fleming, Webster, looking for Sylvanus there. It's been all Royal Lions for this second half. EastEnders has to defend. Pockets. Still Everett. Francisco goes to Fleming. Looks for Charles. Speedy. Cut out by Anderson. Charles is through. Jackson. Pulls it back. This is going to be easy. Sylvanus James in the 50th minute of play makes it 2 goals. So now, Sylvanus James makes it 2 goals to nil. Very early as again in the first half, the Royal Lions on the score sheet early. It's a 2 goals to nil. Sylvanus James once again. The ball that was cut back. The Eastern defenders just couldn't get it cleared. And Sylvanus said, "Thank you very much." And here they go again. Sylvanus can't get the better of Fleming. Corner. Sylvanus to serve this one in. Does so. Look at, Jackson went, he got up there, but still evading him. Sylvanus picks it up. Can he keep it in play? He does so nicely. Wonderful pass to Anderson. Easton can come out with it. The ball that is overhit. Fleming will clear. Martin to Jackson. Jackson dispossessed. And give him the ball right back to Jackson, who loses out. And they give it away to Rowan Lions. That's a foul. That's a foul going against Stenders. Throwing to Rowan Lions. Jackson dispossessed. Mark Anthony Edwards. Pockets as well. Martin. Malachi. Sylvanus does well to win that one. Sylvanus. So Hughes goes long for Charles. Charles to Anderson with a cross. Jackson cleared by Fleming. 2-0. Rowan Lions lead EastEnders. Sylvanus looking to say an incisive pass there to Martin, but it was overhit. Goes up for a goal kick. So you're seeing action on the bench for the EastEnders. And he gets a card for time wasting. He gets the card for time wasting. He gets a card for time wasting. It was always coming for Lawrence. It was always coming. It was coming. It was not the first. And now referee Harley says, yes, it is time for me to react. And he gets the card. The law says what? 8 seconds to restart the game. Lawrence takes about 20 every time.
You have to remember, Lawrence is not from Anguilla, so he's not counting on Anguilla time. Adrian wants himself a goal.
Well, the new rules that has. Have you seen the new rules, Doc?
I have.
5 seconds for the through, 10 seconds for substitution. You have to get off the park. It's not you're substituted and you have to go around touching everybody. No. You're substituted, get off the park. Or your team suffers a minute before the other player comes on. I like the new rule changes. Oh, that's a wonderful play. Good work by Anderson. Very good work. Closing him down by Anderson. It's out for a corner.
Those two know each other very well. Very, very well. Jamal coming out of that system, out of that academy, coming up against an academy graduate. We've played a lot of games together and against each other.
Yeah, it's playing
Yeah, Real trying to show off that old track speed, Let's out a scream of frustration as that ball just evaded him and went out of play.
What is that?
I think Amadi wanted to pass the ball to me. Screechy. Zio. Adrian passes behind Jermaine's run. A Johnny Connor. Reverse pass into Amani, whose ball is out of the reach of Mark Anthony Edwards. Jermaine, runners left and right, Jackson to his left, and Jackson has a hit. Zio. One touch football until Silvanos got a bit loose with it. Jackson does well. Adrian's been an underlapping run. Adrian cuts it back to a red shirt. And Richard springs the counter. And the ball was nowhere near Tijano's run. Screechy. Silvanos. Great touch. Adrian Charles. Oh, what a save, Lawrence.
It's Lawrence,
He's refusing to let that young man score against him today.
It's Lawrence.
Adrian is trying to go high, low, left, and right. It has not mattered.
And Silvanos. Oh, the referee. See, that one is off.
So strange. But they always get a puncture. Not the best delivery. Need to release T-Ray. Needs to find a pass. Even when you think he has no choice but to pass, he still finds a way to dribble,
It's T-Ray. It is T-Ray.
I read a story earlier today about the Manchester United Academy and how at the lowest of the lower age groups, that being the under 13s, the youngest ones, they don't encourage passing. They encourage dribbling. They want you to try and take on the entire team. Because at that level, that's how you determine whether you have the it factor or not.
Well, this could be trouble.
A wrestling match just broke out in the middle of the football field, and the referee says, "I referee a football game, not wrestling, so I can't call that."
It was a good call. All Tijano wanted to try to do was to wrestle himself into the box.
Out for a throw. St. John readying himself.
And he's been warming up for the past 10 or so minutes.
Yes, no, the call is coming soon.
Another throw to EastEnders. And Mark Anthony Edwards hasn't really shown for this game at all, Doc.
And I'm not gonna try and take anything about it because I pretty much show up by Renell. Great turn, Renell. Oh,
Why?
no.
Why?
What is he doing back there? Is that Roberts?
That is Roberts.
Screechy's in space. Screechy wants the corner. Not too far away. I'm not gonna say any more on it because I guarantee you anything else I have to say, Coach Cleo already thought about already and has no choice. He's running 2 changes.
Well, one
He's just
for
running
now.
the one. It's just the one change he's running, and that's around St. Jean.
So if St. Jean comes in, is it that he's gonna be put in Amani up front,
No.
or he's gonna pull him out?
No. It's that he's not. Amani's not moving. St. Jean goes next to Amani. You're either pushing T-Ray up or you're pushing Richards up, or you're taking Richards out.
And leave Mark Anthony in.
Yeah. I've seen it happen before. That's why it's a possibility.
So the substitution will come now.
Either for 8 or for 7. You see the flash? I didn't see it.
I didn't see the flash.
I missed it. Great ball, Jermaine. Even better find, and Renel Martin. Big save. Pockets now on the follow-up. The cross is behind everyone and all the way around to Adrian on the far side. Was the taken off his boot by Richards. He's beaten a couple. But can't beat the third. Anderson. That's a man Zio.
Over dribbling. That's what that was. Over dribbling.
So which one comes? No sub yet. We've had 2 stoppages. It's still no sub. Time for number 3. Finally.
Wow.
35.
It's the Lions.
Making the first sub. Good. Okay, I was a bit confused. That's Charles, and it's Shaquan Roberts. He's going to be coming out. I guess St. John goes straight into the heart of the defense. Which again interests me, because if you're pulling a defender out of the Proctor, and you put Roberts to his natural right back position, but Proctor's had the better game, and I guess he's made the call based on what we've seen today. Sylvanus.
First bit of action, handball.
No handball. His hand was almost behind his body.
Ball to hand. The referee couldn't see that either. Referee couldn't see that one at all.
The hand was on his blind side. Unfortunately for referees, players are not transparent. Bowling. Not dealt with, you know. Renel turns. That was a dangerous foot. Had to ensure he got ball and not leg. Pressure. But not going anywhere.
So Christian has finally entered.
There's no one marking anyone back there.
It's not Christian who has come in. It's Jin.
I never thought it was Christian. Because I think Christian is still injured.
It's Jin Derek who has come in.
Renel. Good one too, but the pass by Renel is a good through ball for Amani. Tejano. Speed. The Ariel is also speed.
Need for speed.
Forward looking for Jackson. Antoine takes it off his boot. Amani. He wants a progressive pass, but there's absolutely nobody on the right side. And I'm just starting to wonder what the alignment is actually supposed to be for the EastEnders. I see why. Tejan, who's playing on the right, had made that central run. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frustrated EastEnders while Lions come the other way. Derek. Sylvanos. Pockets. Drives into the space and wins a free kick. Tejano's been asking for it.
Absolutely no attempt to play the ball.
He's been making those frustration fouls all game. You know, I saw one just at the start of the second half where he pulled back Screechy by his shoulders.
He tried to undress Screechy.
Yeah, he literally did. Free kick. Sylvanos will hit this one. But it's never going to trouble Jelani Lawrence. Emily, how are you? Hey, these mics are on. Come on, man, have some composure. Throw it. Look at the swarm of black and orange. The captain has left it for Renel Martin.
Oh no!
He's shared.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jermaine is saying, why did I just take it myself? I was trying to be nice and give Renel a goal, but he didn't want it.
What an opportunity. Wonderful build-up of play.
You win the ball high up the field and you transition quickly.
Wonderful transition in the football. Wow. 346.
Can we try and score? How much try on? How much try?
Try and mid 52.
Oh man, she was in guns blazing. Ball over the top.
24.
I see what she came. She did 2 balls back to back, calling the innings. Here come the EastEnders. Tejano with that out to in run. Amani gets it back as his pass wasn't the best for Tejano. Mark is making a run down the outside. Amani sees the target.
And they're all screaming at Amani.
And I don't blame him, you know.
Take the shot.
Take the shot, especially based on where Oleandri was. Had the ball been on target, it was a goal.
Could have spelled trouble. And I think this game is still open, you know, Doc.
I made a prediction off camera with someone downstairs. And I'm not going to give it to you yet, but I'm in good shape. Sylvanas. Taken by Thierry, but he's driving with the handbrakes up, and Puckett just takes it off his boots. There's no acceleration there from Thierry.
But there was Lawrence to his right.
And now Thierry is going to take the opportunity to rub his feet. I'm number one to judge because I'm not out there. But as someone who played the game, I'm not staying down for that. You're not stopping the game for me for that.
And he's calling for substitution.
Because from my initial viewing, it looked like he got his standing leg trod on while Puckett took the ball from him. Which is unfortunate, but
it's a foul.
And that's well and good. But
so the substitution will come now.
He seems to be in a wall of pain. It looks like it may be an ankle rather than a foot. So I'm wondering if he got his ankle rolled when Puckett came in, which is significantly more painful. As another change is coming for the EastEnders. Thierry is out. So that is his last contribution.
Is that Hales? Is that Hales? That's the number 16 who has come on, and I'm not sure who that number 16 is.
Someone. Well, it's time for the EastEnders. That's all we do now. Tell you what, I saw the man Drew Alexander earlier. I saw him coming into the park. He's not down there. I'm wondering if he's hurt.
In the 75th minute of play. About 15 minutes remaining in this game, Doc.
Well, it's a long time.
That looks suspect.
That would have been a foul, but they were allowed with the play. Send him. Oh boy. Couldn't find the release. Space for Screechy. Good touch by Proctor. Derek does excellently. The win needs a release. When you win the ball in the midfield, it needs an early release. Sylvanus. Beauty. Good touch by St. Jean. This is what you need. That's exactly what you need. But Yariel has won that matchup all day. Yeah, I think it's an ankle, for Thierry, which it eliminates my initial theory. I think he got his ankle rolled when the tackle came in. I think it looks to me as if, because he came up very gingerly, but the way they're treating it seems to be swelling as well, because they're applying cold to the area. So I think he may have rolled that ankle. Renel. Hughes. Jackson's onside. Jackson's pass to Renel is misdirected.
Who was advantage of play of the game up to this point, Doc?
That's a good question. Epani for me right now. Yariel single-handedly has kept Tejano at bay today. Sylvanos. That is, of course, unless Jermaine finds a goal, because he's also been excellent. So if he finds one to just cap it off, I think that may sweeten his favor. Just. Hughes. Walker. It's a big switch of play to Pockets. Pockets against Proctor. Pockets has done brilliantly. But the ball across is catching practice.
He's looking for the boot of the man Hughes.
Long boot again. Tejano. And Epani.
Too much
again,
for him
Epani
to do.
does well. Tejano. Just wide.
Just along the upright. What an opportunity. What an opportunity.
Yeah, I think he's done his ankle, Thierry. Looks like he's completely done that ankle.
Wow. That looks like a few games out, Doc.
Yep. I think he's done his ankle, yep.
The Lions come in the other way.
Derek. Back for Hughes. Area. Excellent ball. Oh, the vision is superb, but it's taken off of Sylvanus' boot.
Sylvanus should have had a hat-trick by now.
Sylvanus is wasting chances. You know when you get food and your mom said you either eat it or you lay down next to it. Silvera's is laying down next to all his food. Great turn. On the run is Jackson. Renel. It's a shot and it's deflected away.
That man has played well too, you know, dog.
Renel's excellent.
And Renel has played well.
Excellent today. Had Renel finished the chance Jermaine gave him, he'd be running away with the Player of the Game award right now. Who scored? Was it Silvanos who slammed home? Silvanos puts this one in. EastEnders get the clearance. Tejano. Ma. And now when he didn't need that much curl, he got all the curl. Big switch of play for Silvanos. Excellent run there being made by Pockets. And he's taking it down the outside as well, Pockets. The cutback is going to fall for Renel, and Renel Martin is going to make it 3.
Now we can almost say that the man of the match may have just switched hands to Renel Martin. That man of the match may have just switched hands to the man Renel Martin.
Well, I did say he was just missing a goal. He's found it now. It was excellent work by another player who's had a brilliant game today, Pockets. Got himself an assist.
So the man Socks will come in.
A few changes, a couple of changes now as a young man. Well, he can't come out twice. That's the man, Zio. Well, it is going to be number 62. That's who?
No, it's 36.
That said 62. I am not blind.
It's 36.
No,
It's
it's
60.
No, it's 36.
So he got his goal.
He gets a rest. Is that the young man Hunt who came in? Which one is that? Number 19. It's Ali Hunt, right? Yes.
Speedy.
Well, I can now reveal a prediction because it's here. I did tell someone a bit earlier that I think this game must get to 3-0. That's where it is.
Doc, we do not predict anymore. Prediction is for the big clubs and big games, not for us.
I want to take this one, because this is a big game. The EastEnders have come into this game in form. And if you remember the history between Cleo and Nico, they'll tell you every game we coach against each other is a big game.
When I say big game, I was not alluding to the AFL.
I know what you're saying, I'm just being willful. Silva dancing. Right now. Ball swinging, headed clear.
I still think Reynal has an edge over Hughes, even if he scores. He would have had he had a truly, he had a total game, if I could say that, Doc.
What I will say is, had Reynel been in goal scoring form, Hughes has numbers next to his name. No goal.
And I'm not sure who was the first goal accredited to.
I think so, but I don't know him. You know what? I'll go find it now. I'll tell you right now.
Lawrence does well. Lawrence, that man was offside. Pockets will come up with it for the Roaring Lions. Sylvanus, cross cut out. Sylvanus will pick it up. Screech Walker. Walker turns, finds Jermaine. Jermaine's.
Oh, it was Jackson who scored the first goal.
Jackson
got the goal.
That's Hughes to Sylvanus, who was offside. And you know, he was like a shame puppy, as Johnson would say. He knew he was offside. He came from an offside position to play that ball. Free kick.
He just gets up out there. He just gets up out. Not right now.
Jackson.
Tussle. That's a good move by Jamoy. Mark.
Overhit.
They've waited on Mark's best for 88 minutes. They've not found it yet. Good turn there. Amani. Proctor. Amani for Martin.
Well, into the final minute of play we go. Three goals to nil, the Royal Lions leads over the EastEnders. Remember, tomorrow I have won a single game. It's going to be the Queens. They will be up against the youngsters, but before that, it is Inter-Primary School Sports Day.
On the run goes Jackson. Jackson to the byline. Cuts it back. Antoine is in the way again. That was a foul against Elijah St. John. There was Jackson coming in. East Ender free kick. Two minutes to be added here at the REGTC. Jacko. And speculative here was the try by the young man Derek. Adi, and offside was Screechy. Three goals to nothing, comfortable, but the Easterners can take a lot of things from this game. Given they were under strength, they'll be saying, we have a formula. We have a potential formula. And that is that. Normal day at the office for the Roaring Lions FC. A comfortable, comprehensive 3-0 victory. Goals coming from Jackson, James, and Martin. That'll be all for us here. Of course, the first game on FIFA Plus was won by the Lions, some 6-1. And in our nightcap fixture, it is the Lions 3, EastEnders 0. Join us tomorrow where we have female action, but for now, Master Control.